All right, everybody, welcome to the third episode of the Hounds Tales Podcast. It's just me and Dylan Watson tonight. Daniel Evans is having a little technical difficulties trying to log on, so we won't be joined by him tonight, but Dylan is with me, and we're kind of going to go over the hunts and results again from the previous weekend. Me and him just got back from Tar River this weekend. We went down there and got our butts whooped on, but we had a good time. The Ridgeway Volunteer Fire Department put on one great show. James Ray had the pen running real good, and we really enjoyed ourselves. Went down there the night before and went to the bench show, and Dylan got to getting his first little taste of benching by himself up there, so that was pretty cool. I know you enjoyed that a little bit, didn't you?
Oh yeah, walked away with ninth place, which surprised me a little bit. But hey, I guess just a little bit of luck and make sure your hound looks good, and you'll be all right.
That's right. That's right.
And with that being said, we'll move on into the hunts and results, and we'll start off with the Ridgeway Volunteer Fire Department one day at Tar River. The bench show, best in show, had Great Creek Ash as your winner. The dog's out of B&B Superman and Fox Havens Bell. Owner's Chris Mosley. The best opposite sex was your DNA Squirt, was the dog's name down there. Dunleavy Skeeter and Turn Loose Peanut was the parents of that dog out of Junk Dog Mafia. The Derby class, Addie's Tito was your winner down there. That dog's out of Dead Randy's Dan and Addie's Rose from Let 'em Bump Kennels. Country Oaks Redhead was your second place dog. The dog's out of Country Oaks Wonderway and Country Oaks Breezy out of Country Oaks Kennels. Blondie was your third place dog. The dog's out of Champion Styles Rebel and SM's Ring Pop. The dog's out of Ketchum and Poorhouse Kennels. Nightmare Slim Shady, a buddy brought home a fourth place finish. Old Justin down there, Nightmare Kennels. Your fifth place hound in the Derby class was Double X's Diva from Double X Kennels. Your combination winner in the Derby class was a dog out of Southern Style Kennels, I believe. Southern Styles Senorita. The all age class, and also your combination winner, first place down there, was a dog named Buster. This dog is out of Champions Atkins Tarzan and DNS Sister, A&M Poorhouse Kennels. Second place is TSW's Rooster out of Jet Pilot Ray and Butler's Peaches out of TSW Kennels. Third place was Edwards Romeo out of your Sire of the Year, Champion Wisenats, Jimmy B. Sorry, buddy, if I said your name wrong there. And Effred's Legs out of Edward Boy's Kennel. Co-Pilot was your fourth place dog out of Ketchum and Poorhouse Kennel. And O's Tennessee out of O&T Mafia rounds out your top five. Next up, Sandy Ridge Fox Preserve had a hunt down there. It took 1,090 points to win. Booster was your first place dog out of Mercer's Duke and J&J Sandy, Panther Creek Kennels. Second was JT's Oil Slick out of RJ's Cujo and RJ Skeeter. John Etheridge was your owner of that dog. Third place is Candy out of Pierce's Iceman and C&T's Lacey, Pink Hill Boys Kennel. Jasper is fourth out of the owner of that dog is Alex Kennedy. And SNA Lucille, Big S and Spring Branch Kennels is the owner of that dog. Next up, move on to the Community Fox Preserve. Had a hunt down there. It took 620 points to win. And Butch Mills put a hurting on him again, it looks like. Butch's Spice was your winner down there out of Butch's Red Jack and Butch's Kelly. Congratulations, Butch Mills, on the win. Wade's Crusher was your second place dog out of Belly Up Cutlass and Belly Up Purdy. Dustin McClawhorn is the owner of that dog. Belly Up Sapphire was third. That dog is out of Champion Thompson's Willie and Lions Haley out of Belly Up Kennels. Butcher's Raider was fourth. Butch Mills is also the owner of that dog. And Dale Storm out of Get 'em Up Kennels rounds out your top five. Taylor Jen's Fox Preserve had a puppy hunt. It took 965 points to win. Presley's Alexa is your winner. That dog is out of Ray's Willie and GWI's Ashley out of Let 'em Bump Kennels. Huckstep's Dinky was second. That dog's out of B&B Mizzou. And Findling's Jimmy, or Jim, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that name. I believe that's how you say it. It's Jimmy, out of Team Buckstep. Great Creek's Hank, out of Great Creek's Hank, I believe, is going to be the sire. Must have kept the same name going. Out of Great Creek's Annie. Great Creek's Kennel is your third place dog. Rocco CJ is your fourth place hound, and the owner of that is Michael Blackenstock. And fifth place is Colton's Brownie out of Let 'em Bump Kennels. Grassy Branch Fox Preserve had a two-class puppy hunt. The young class took $7.90 to win, and Patterson's Big Mike is your winner of that class. The dog's out of Black Diamond's Big Money and Patterson's Princess, Patterson and Sons Kennels. The litter mate to that was actually second in that hunt in the younger class, and it was the same breeding, Black Diamond's Big Money and Patterson's Princess, Patterson and Sons Kennels. Silent Assassin's Levi was your third place dog. That dog is out of the Hound of the Year champion, 40 Creek Spot, and Quick Catch Little Pep out of Silent Assassin Kennels. Bird's Knockout out of 1043 Kennels was fourth, and Patterson's Hacksaw out of Patterson and Sons Kennels. Looks like the Patterson son had a good day down there in the younger class. Older class took $8.95 to win. Silent Assassin's Tank was your winner. Silent Assassin's Homeboy and Top Cat's Margarita was your parents of that dog out of Silent Assassin's Kennels. Excuse me, bud. Little Man's was the name of the second place hound. West Rowdy and Carney Branch Lady out of Carney Branch Kennels was your second place dog. Silent Assassin's Coco was third. That dog's out of Silent Assassin's Homeboy and Top Cat's Margarita, Silent Assassin's Kennels. White's Coltrane out of White Boy Kennels was your fourth place dog, and Sellers Roxy rounds your top five out of Sellers Kennels. J&J Fox Pen had a puppy hunt. It took 1,740 points to win. And Hellhounds Congo was your winner down there. That dog's out of Austin Roads Greater. Hellhounds Little Sophia, I believe that's right, out of Hellhounds Kennels. Powell's YOLO out of Buckshots Polo, and Powell's Rose out of Ridge Road Kennels. The second, third place was Hellhounds Hashtag, and I believe that's the litter mate to your first place hound. Austin Roads Greater and Hellhounds Little Sophie had a Hellhounds Kennel. Ruby was your fourth place dog out of Homegrown Kennels, and fifth place was Afterburner Eagle, Afterburner Kennels. The Roundo Fox Pen had the American Fox Beagle hunt down there. Took 635 points to win. Bocephus Sandman was your winner. Bocephus Sod Red and Bocephus Tiny out of Black Creek Kennels. Cobbtown's Honky was second. Dirt Road's Warrior and Cobbtown's Ellie Mae out of Cobbtown Kennels. Let's see if I get this right. The VSFC Dead Broke Spotlight was your third place hound. I'm not going to even try to guess. I believe that would be the Virginia State field champion, Dead Broke Spotlight. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. And that dog is out of field champion Country Line Whitey and Horse Creek Brandy Wine. That would be it. Horse Creek Brandy Wine at a Dead Broke Kennel. Bocephus Teardrop at a Cypress Bottom Kennels was fourth, and Firehouse Madonna at a Johnson Brothers Kennels. Foxtail put on a two-class puppy and derby hunt. It was a very blurry picture, so I'm not going to try to guess all the names. It took 720 points to win the puppy hunt. I did make out the Tail Chaser's Chief. And that dog was out of Kennedy's Nikon A, and Tail Chaser's Lily out of Tail Chaser's Kennels was your first place winner down there. Second in that class, the Whiskey. No breed was given out of Lock Farm Kennels. And third place was BPK's Harley, and that dog is out of BPK's Chase and BPK's Wiggles out of BPK's Kennels. I believe I got this one right. Fourth was Champ out of Turnip Seed Kennel. If I'm wrong on that, the picture was blurry, so I do apologize. And fifth place, I could not pull out the name of the dog. I did see it was Dead Ready Kennels, so I do apologize to everybody down there for murdering this one. The Derby class, excuse me, it took 980 points to win. I believe I got all these right with the picture. Risky was your winner down there. That dog's out of Dead Ready's Dan and Drive On a Little Bit, Dead Ready Kennels. Second place was Van Horn's Psycho out of T-Bird's Ben and champion Efford's Legs at Loudmouth Kennels. Tall's Cash, I believe I got that right, was your third place hound out of Parker's JP. And Hoopy Farm Ginger, Carrington Jones is the owner of that dog. Jazzy Zip is your fourth place dog, Brown Farm and Hicks Southern Kennels. Sullivan's Larry and Cypress Creek Kennels was your fifth place dog. The Nottoway River HGA 2 class hunt at Pools. I do apologize. This is another one that the picture was just so blurry. I could not get it. I got the first place hound, and that dog was Jinx Speckles out of champion P&J Dallas and Hammer High Falutin out of Jinx and U Kennels. I know that dog's been having a really good year down there and is dominating the points in the Derby class, so congratulations to y'all. The combination winner for the Derby class, I did get that. That's Around the Clock two-step at our Around the Clock Kennels. The all-age class took 270 HGA points to win. That dog, the one that is Drake Sweet Tea out of Drake's Red and CMK's Wildfire, up and running kennels. And the combination winner was my buddy MJ and his wife, Nicole. Hamlet's Nightmare is the name of that dog. So congratulations, bud. I'm glad you were able to bring that home. Up-and-coming hunts, real quick. Grassy Branch Fox Preserve had a 2-class puppy hunt on March the 20th. Speedy's Fox Preserve is having a puppy hunt March 13th. Frog Level Hunt Reserve is having a puppy hunt on March the 20th. The Real Hill Hunting Club is having a 2-class puppy hunt at Turpin's Creek Fox Preserve on April the 3rd. Churchill Hunt Club is having a 2-class puppy hunt also at Turpin's Creek Fox Preserve on April the 17th. The Tar River Classic is this weekend coming up. I spoke out of place there. And that starts on the 4th. It goes to the 7th. That ought to be a really big show down there. I'm not going to go down there and get my tail drug around again, I don't believe. So good luck everybody down there. The Crowfoot Hunting Club is having their one day at Tar River on the March the 20th. Next up at Tar River will be the Southern Classic. It's a 3-day, and that's April the 1st through the 4th. Let's see. This weekend, we'll be down at Pools for the Oak Hill Hunting Club's one-day speed and drive. Next weekend, the Southeastern FHA 3-day is going on at Pools. That's March 12th through the 14th. Also at Pools, March 20th, Angelo, I believe is how you say that, Lodge is having their one-day speed and drive. And then last but not least, at Pools, the Courthouse Hunt Club on March the 27th is also having their one-day speed and drive. And the last one I got is the Piedmont 3-day at Triple B Fox Preserve. It's April 8th through the 10th. That ought to be a good show down there. That's one of the places I'd love to be able to get to. I just haven't made my way down there yet. So if anybody's looking for information on how to get in contact about these hunts, again, speeddogs.net or Speed Dogs Hunts and Results page on Facebook. It's a great place to find all your information that you need. Just scroll down and look for them, or you can type it in the search bar and the name of the hunts, and you'll come up with them and see if there's any numbers left or whatever you need.
All right, we'll keep on moving on and going into our topic of the evening. What is a field trial? My buddy Cole Lightfoot, I went to college with him, and he's from the upper states, and he's he's hunted with dogs. They hunt with dogs up there, but they do it a little different. They don't do it like we do down here in the southern states. And he sent me a message and asking me what a field trial is. So we talked about it amongst ourselves, and we kind of decided that would be a good little topic for the people listening that aren't into the sport all the way, and we kind of like to know a little bit of what this is that we do as far as the field trial side of everything and the fox pens and stuff. The basics of it is pretty much it's a competition to see who has the best hound, and to carry a little bit of luck along the way too. We've gone out there with some pretty confident hounds and confident in ourselves on some weekends, and come back with either some big old goose eggs or not the scores that we were looking for. I know me and Dylan were a little excited for this weekend, and we come up short. And I think we were just outclassed for sure. There were some really good dogs down there this weekend, don't you think?
Oh, I agree. Those hounds, especially the ones that all placed, them things was rocking. I mean, they had some speed on them. They were doing real good.
That's right. So a little bit of the premise behind it is we go down there with our dogs, multiple dogs. Me and him are right now, we're in the spot where we're just taking one dog. Here recently, I think Dylan's this weekend coming up is going to be taking two. I'm still taking my one. There are two classes. There are Derby. Well, I guess I'm sorry. I'm telling you wrong. There are three classes. There are puppies, and y'all have heard me talking about these different classes as we're doing the hunts and results. There are puppy, Derby, and all age. Puppies are from as young as you want to run them to a year old. Derbies 1 to 2 years old, and anything older than 2 will be considered an all age. We're pretty close to get ready to have to move our dogs up into the all age category, so we're hoping that we can kind of keep the same little rhythm we got going on and keep on putting points on the board. You think we're gonna be able to do that?
I hope so. We keep doing what we're doing. I think we'll be fine. Like I've seen past few hunts, our dogs, they got a little bit more hunt in them. So like we talked over the weekend, we feel like they'll do a little bit better on the fox than they would a coyote. Because I mean, just coyote's just in your face, like sight chasing speed is what it is. And fox, you gotta actually put your nose down a little bit from time to time. It ain't a whole lot of sight chasing. It can be, but it's not a whole lot of it like a coyote. So we're going to do some more hunts at pools and get the hopefully we can stay up there on the board.
Yes, sir. Try to work on that competition or championship points. So the way everybody keeps track of them is there's judges out in the field, and they are watching these dogs come by. A lot of your one days are mainly what we call speed and drive, and I'll explain that here in a little bit. So each dog is either painted with a number on it. Your puppy derbies normally get 0 to 299, and then 900 to 999. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's 100% correct on that statement.
That sounds right.
And then your all age dogs will receive the rest of those numbers. So 300 to 899. And that's how, while you're judging out there, you keep them separated. So the first dog that comes out obviously will be getting scored first place, and then so on and so forth. So if you got you a dog that will burn one down and not afraid to get up and pick his head up a little bit and run and go get after it, that's going to be your dog right there getting in first place crossings. Got to love a dog with some good heart.
Oh, yeah, got the drive. Got the taste for it, ready. His main goal is to run that thing down, but a good hound like that, and you put some muscle under him, he's a flipping rocket ship.
That's right. That's
Those
right.
dogs are awesome.
That's right. So the dogs are scored in a couple different ways. Like I had mentioned, there's a speed and drive. The first dog out on the track gets your highest score, which is your 35 points. And after that, it drops 5 points per position. There's two different forms. Uh, Fifth place gets 15, and every dog after that gets 15 points until the dog's too far behind or a judge feels like it's off track or they just missed a dog. Then there's another form that down to seventh place gets 5 points, and no dog after seventh place gets scored. And that's your speed and drive on how that is scored. And these hunts will last about 4 to 5 hours depending on the hunt. There's also a hunting score that you can receive in an HGA style. So its highest general average is what the HGA is. And it combines the four categories of hunting, trailing, speed and drive, and endurance. And that's how you win an HGA hunt. Most of your 3 days are HGAs. You combine points from all 3 days, and that's how your first place hound is won. You also have 1 day HGAs, and it's the same premise. It's just in a 1 day. Let's see, your hunting. Pretty much, if a dog is performing work, if he's out there, he's sniffing for game. If there's no race going, if there's no chase going, he's out there. He's not running the roads. He's not just waiting for other dogs to do something. He's a hard-working hound, and he's out there trying to get something going. I know us on the outside, it seems like our dogs really have a good taste for that hunting, just having to go out there and work for it in the open. Wouldn't you say?
I would agree. Our deer dogs do really good as far as hunting. But like we've said several times, that's a completely different world from the outside deer hunting to the inside fox and coyote. It's which, don't get me wrong, I mean, we've done decent with our tree stock, our deer dogs at hunts, but
they lack that raw speed.
Yeah, they got the hunt, but they're used to running with their nose down. That's
right.
Normally, I mean, at times, yeah, they do pick their head up when they see what they're running, but it's a completely different world as far as outside running and inside running. That our deer dogs they don't have the speed, and I mean, if you think about it, a tree stock dog has got a little bit more weight to it, so it's got more weight he's got to push. You get a true foxhound, American foxhound out there, and he's smaller built, but he's got those long legs.
That's right.
Trying to think of a good way to explain it. It's just a small frame dog with a lot of leg, and they will move.
So along with the hunting, there's a trailing category. A dog that is out there hunting and can get a scent up and actually trail and continue to pick up and actually jump the game. Jumping, by jumping, I mean he went from the game, as in the fox or the coyote, wherever it is just standing or walking around, to he's jumped it. He is chasing, and he is running what they call full cry. I mean, that dog is barking every second. So if he can perform and get a trailing score, that's huge in your HGA hunts. It's huge. Then your endurance is it's defined as the capacity or power to endure prolonged stress without being succumbed to. I'm not the most educated. We're not the most educated in the endurance category. By rule, hounds must score a minimum of 60 points per day in your 3 days, and it must score in the speed and drive category for your 3-day hunts. If I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me on this if I'm misleading anybody, I believe the highest scoring hound at the end the last crossing gets your highest endurance points in your 1-day HGAs. Does that sound right to you, Dylan?
I'm not 100%. I'm not sure.
Sorry if we're a little misleading on that category. That's the one that we struggle with. But anyway, that's kind of the boring part of it. And so at the end of your HGA hunts, I think I've explained this, is that you take all 4 categories and you add the totals together. And each category is broken down into 100 points for the first place dogs, 90, 80, 70, so on and so forth. And your highest combined scores win the hunt. And that is a good premise of how the scoring and running is done in a field trial. It's a lot more than just people getting out there and turning dogs loose and just having a good time, which it is. It really is a good time. It's a blast.
Oh yeah, you meet a lot of different people, and also you get to talking to those people, so they'll tell you their ways of certain doing things, and you can kind of take certain people and mix it with some other advice you got and try it for yourself. And
That's right.
You learn a lot of things from I guess you can say I can't even say the word.
The camaraderie, yes.
Yeah, camaraderie of everybody there. I mean, yeah, it is.
Yeah, we were down there at Tar River this weekend, just kind of chilling and hanging out with Ivy Bluff Mafia. Some of the guys from that kennel and that group. So it was kind of cool to just meet new people that we've never met these guys before. And I think the whole probably 3 or 4 hours, or we sat there. Well, you slept for about 3 hours.
Yeah, I slept. I was out like a light. But we sat there for I know at least 2 hours talking to them from when I wasn't asleep.
Yeah, that's right. But we enjoyed it. It was cool being out there. That's half the fun of going to these things, is just getting in there and getting with people that you share a common interest. And everybody's just usually, on the most part, it's pretty chill and relaxed, and you can really enjoy just spending time with them. And then if you win, you get a little bragging rights in the end too.
Yeah, that's right.
So also, along with all these hunts is, if it's a bigger hunt, they will do a bench show, usually the night before. On your 3 days, I believe they're on Thursday nights. 1 days, they're on Friday nights. Benching is a whole another topic. We could spend a good little while on that. So we're hoping, we got a good buddy of ours, Steve Murphy. We're actually going to go see him tomorrow, and he's going to give us the ropes on preparing dogs and teaching dogs to show. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get him on the show one time, and he can give a good guest speaker episode for us on what exactly the bench show is, and a little rundown of it and how to become successful in it. He's got trophies on trophies on trophies from benching, and I've watched him bench, and it really is a work of art.
And it has some beautiful dogs. Dogs.
He does. Luckily, we got lucky enough to get puppies off of him. He's really helped us out. So hopefully he can show us the ropes and pass some knowledge down to us, and maybe we can carry on his kennel name as far as moving down the lines of the bench show world. So after all is said and done, at the end of the day, your 4 hours is up, or 5 hours is up, or 3 days is up, whatever the case may be. Everybody goes in, they catch your dogs up, they check on them, make sure they're still healthy and in good shape and no cuts and bruises or injuries. And if there are, they take care of them real fast. It's not a cruel sport. It really isn't. People have a lot of time and heart invested into these dogs. So if something is wrong with these dogs, they take care of it. They take care of it. You can ask, Dylan, I got a whole medicine bag. I got a medicine bag that we carry.
Got a whole thing, and I mean, I'd I'd have to say 99% of these hounds that you see that show up to a hunt, they are the fittest. I mean, they're top notch. They're exercised. They're healthy all around. These dogs are very, very, very well taken care of.
Agreed. So yeah, these dogs are very in shape. They're very well taken care of, and they're beautiful, beautiful animals. So at the end of the hunts, they're all taken care of. They're all put back in a kennel or put in their dog box. They're given food, you're given water, and you go to the results. The judges take some time while everybody's getting dogs up, getting their other dogs taken care of, and they're adding points up. And after the hunt, you can it's another good chance to meet and bull crap with people and just have a good time. Usually there's somebody there cooking, and everybody gets to sit around and eat some lunch. The judges come out and they kind of bull crap around with everybody, for lack of words. Then you move into the award ceremony for, if you want to make it a fancy sound. Your HGA hunts with the 4 categories. Usually your 4 categories are awarded top 10 or top 15, something like that. And then you move into your HGA, and usually your top 15, I believe it is, sometimes maybe 20, get awarded for those. And if it's your speed and drive, it's a 1 category speed and drive. If you get into the sport, you'll hear people use the phrase chasing the clock. And that took forever for us to figure out what it was, because we never seen a first place trophy till we judged a hunt and went up and actually left to look at one. So we haven't been able to hold one quite yet, but
we haven't got quite that far yet. But
that's right. We still chasing the clock. The clock.
Which, I mean, we're only I'd probably say a year and a half actually into the pins, if
that's
that.
Right.
So
that's right.
We're still learning.
That's right.
Ourselves.
So the first place trophies have a clock built into them, and they really are pretty. And what I'll do is I'll try to see if I can find a picture of a clock trophy, and maybe put that as the picture for the podcast, and you can kind of see what those look like. But it truly is a beautiful thing, and usually there's an award that goes with it. It's not just a trophy. Usually it's a hunting collar, one of the tracking collars, or even if it's a bigger hunt, you got the systems, the GPS systems. I mean, I've seen some as bundles. They do gun hunts. They do money hunts. There's potentials to be big prizes at the end of these hunts.
Oh yeah, there's even, I don't know if you just said it or not, but you got the side by side and the truck hunt that they do every year.
Yeah.
So
Chris Ross down at Foxtail. Yep, that's right.
They're actually looking at trying to do a truck hunt this year.
Yeah, truck hunt.
Is that what you said?
Yep, he had mentioned he wanted to try to do a 4-door Toyota Tacoma, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested in that, he's in what is it, Oak City?
Yeah, Oak City, North Carolina. Yep, that's right.
Oak City, North Carolina. He's they're looking into it. So if you're interested in that, give him a shout out. And tell him, hey, we're interested, because I know he's trying to make sure he's got enough, because I mean, a truck ain't cheap.
No.
So
no.
I know he's looking for making sure he's got people interested. So
that's right.
Give him a shout if y'all wanna be in there and try your chances at the old Tacoma.
That's right. So as far as your 3 days go, at the end of it, if you win, you get the honor of listing your dog in his breeding and his registry, in his genealogy, and his name as a champion. There are dual champions. There's field champions. There's bench champions. If you win the bench show in a 3-day, you get considered a bench champion. And that right there it's a huge honor. It is. It's a lot of work, and it's very, very few hounds that can go out there and win multiple 3-day hunts.
Yep.
It takes a lot of luck. It takes a great, great dog. And I mean, it's not easy to go out there and put multiple CHs in front of your name. And that's one of our goals is to build a dog. And that sounds a little harsh, but when you work with them, it feels like you're building a machine is what it feels like. But
you're building an athlete.
That's right. You're building an athlete. That's a good way to put it. To go out there and be able to put that CH in front of your name is really is an honor in the fox pen world. So, and with that comes good breeding, and when you can put that name, you make that dog valuable, and you make yourself known, and that's really what it's about. Is if you're into it for trying to win it, you know, the honor and the recognition that you get from being able to put that CH and go to these bigger hunts and be invited to these big hunts. That's the cool part of it. So that's kind of your basis. I think we've pretty much covered it all, don't you think, Dylan?
Yeah. As far as I know, I mean, it's a very fun, especially if you love any type of dog hunting. Don't matter if it's, I mean, rabbit, coon, anything that you enjoy with a hound. It's these hunts. I'm telling you, if you haven't been to one yet, you need to experience it.
Be glad we got 2-3 crew cabs that go with us every time. We can be glad.
That's right. We got plenty of room to get you in somewhere and get your first experience. It's a great time. Very great time.
It is. So before we go, let me do my plugs real quick. Getting a lot of this information again off of speeddogs.net or Speed Dogs Hunting Results page on Facebook, poolsfoxpreserve.com, tawriverpreserve.weebly.com. You can go on all of those sources right there and find information on getting to these hunts, dates, times, numbers to contact, phone numbers. Also, if you're a Virginia native, Virginia Hunting Dog Alliance, VAHDA.org. Please go in there and join. They are a great source to fight off bills that try to get rid of our sport and get rid of the thing that we love. You can also keep up with a lot of stuff on masterfox.net. My Central Virginia peeps, y'all keep a lookout for Chestnut Mountain Feed. Christina and Johnny have always taken care of us. Love going there. Anything that we need, they're right there for us. Always in stock on food. Y'all be sure to check them out on Facebook, online, and take a visit over there if you're looking for a good place to get your dog feed at.
Great people.
Again, yep. Also, again, you can email us at Hounds Tales Podcast. That's HOUNDSTALES podcast @gmail.com. Would love to hear some feedback. Love to hear some other questions. If there's topics that you'd like us to cover, anything coming up, or if you're a fox pen out there listening to us and you would like us to broadcast some hunts coming up, we'll be happy to do that for you that we haven't covered, or if you'd like us to really kind of showcase it. We're always open to options. This is kind of a new venue for us. So
that's right.
Other options.
That's right.
Let's see. Follow us also on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Google Podcasts, Radio Public, and on Breaker. And don't forget the Anchor app where we broadcast our shows and record all our shows. It's been a great app to use, and we can't thank them enough for making that app and making it so easy for us to do. Last but not least, I want to also give another shout out. If you haven't gone on Dennis Scott's Music's page on Facebook, check him out. He's got his CD going. It's a great CD. I just finished up listening to it the other day. Be sure to go on there, give it a like, and if you want to help support my buddy, give Get a CD. It's only $10.
That's right.
And
Very good.
we missed having Daniel with us today. Hopefully he'll get us all his ducks in a row for next episode. And Dylan, appreciate it again, man. I enjoyed it.
Oh, ain't no problem. We'll do it again next week.
That's right. Thank you all again. And everybody out there, happy hunting. Y'all take care.